comes up slightly. It is right past the E, which is
Good morning. We are on our way to Kentucky Lake. Still Joe Rogan and Christopher Dunn talking about the Giza power plant pyramid stuff. There's some crazy stuff out there. I like to keep an open mind, listen to a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We are going to practice. We're heading down to practice for the BFL tomorrow, Kentucky Lake BFL, jumping in the boat with Michael, Courtney. We've been trying to get together all winter long, and it's been nice to get a day of practice for these tournaments because I'm able to fish with some different people and see how they attack this lake. A lot of rain last night. It's overcast. There's rain, a little bit of rain this morning. It kind of quit. It's about it's 8 o'clock. It kind of tapered off about 7 o'clock. The lake level is 359, so that summer pool. It's probably going to rise a little bit. Driving across the river, Ohio River and the Mississippi River, it's freaking flooded, man. There's all kinds of debris floating in the rivers. So we've been getting the rain. A lot of snow melt from up north is working its way down into Missouri, Kentucky, Illinois, into the mighty Mississippi and the big rivers. But man, I'm excited. Have no idea what to do. I mean, not what to do, but what's going on out there exactly. We're kind of in between those spawning cycles. There's fry garters. It's kind of a post spawn deal. There's going to be another wave of spawners most likely filtering in over the course of the next 3 weeks. So you could run across a great opportunity, but from what I'm hearing, a lot of that big smallmouth spawning stuff that's been going on, looking at them forward-facing sonar, is kind of going away, unless you got some sneaky little spots that nobody knows about. But you got a lot of fry garters out there around those pieces of hard cover. You can catch fish going down the bank from what I've heard, but they're, you know, just your run-of-the-mill keepers, which for me, out of the back of the boat, I'd be completely happy with those little run-of-the-mill keepers. 5 of those little run-of-the-mill keepers goes a long way. So we are going to try to figure out how to catch some fish behind the boater, like we always do when we're practicing for these BFLs. I'm meeting him at Sled Creek. We're going to poke around the north end of the lake for a while, maybe make a run over to Barkley. I think my map is telling me to turn. A second. Nope, we're good. We got 4 miles. All apologies. Yeah, but we're gonna fish the north end of the lake, and they're not. From what I can tell, they're not. Actually, I don't know if they're pulling much current. I'll do an update on that once we get out in the lake, give you a water temperature and kind of the clarity of the lake. So looking forward to it. Probably focus on driving and see you on the water. Hey, give me a like if you appreciate the content, and a sub to the channel would be greatly appreciated. Baitworks.com. You can use the code THM10 and we'll get you 10% off your order. All right, folks, we made it to Sled Creek. Just waiting for Michael to pick me up. He should be here in about 5 minutes. I'm just gonna try to pick out what I'm gonna throw today. I always gotta have a shaky head, and we might be flipping some bushes because the water is up a little bit. So I just got this 7'3" Ranger with a Cinco on it, but I'm gonna switch that out to probably a beaver style bait or a tube swim jig. Just have something to cover some water with. And we're gonna be throwing a wacky rig. Probably throw that Ozark rig a little bit. The old chatterbox, another something for covering water. And then probably a jig, just throwing this 1/2 ounce Cumberland Pro Lures Pro Caster. Probably throw a drop shot in there, and I'm trying to get 7 rods. I always try to get down to 7 rods. So we're gonna gear up, wait for Michael, and hopefully catch a few fish for you. Looks like Michael has arrived. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
Much, man. How are you? It's like the rain's gone. Look at that, he's all tatted up, dude. Got some fresh ink work. The old tattoo hot spot. That's a good fish. Yeah, I'll take him. He ate it. He had it the whole time when I first said it. I'm like, there's a bite. He was tick, 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 tick. Sorry I caught that from them high school kids, but they weren't coming out here anyway.
No, they're beating the bank.
Yeah, I'll take that guy tomorrow. Got him?
Little guy.
Little guy. Little feller.
Little one.
They gotta eat too. It's gonna be a 5-pounder someday eating like that.
Long story short, we were running through that fog wide open 73 mile an hour and you couldn't see 10 foot in front of the boat. And I'm like, man, if there's a barge coming you're not gonna see it.
No.
You're just not gonna see it.
No, boats don't have brakes. It's just a tournament, you know? It's just a freaking bass tournament.
And he was on the fish to win that tournament, but I don't know if it was karma or what, but it got him. He lost. I'm not exaggerating. He probably had 15 fish jump off that day. And I'm talking 4 and 5 pound smallies.
Really? What was he throwing, catching them on?
Top water.
Oh.
Whopper plopper. We ran all the way to the dam and we fished that bluff wall on the, like if you're running towards the dam on the right side, there's a big long bluff wall. And we fished it probably for 3 or 4 hours. And his boat was banging against it the whole time. So of course I was in the back. I just put on a little swim bait and threw it as far back as I could and just held my rod up, you know, so I wouldn't get hung up. I probably lost 15, 20 baits that day, but I that's one of them deals where you don't have a choice.
It's a tough day.
Yeah, and I was mad about it on the day that he did that, but then I got to thinking, I'm like, dude, he was on the winning fish and he paid to be in that tournament just like I did.
Yeah.
It sucked though. People complaining about live scope. That's just as bad.
I think it's worse actually.
Yeah.
They're getting bigger. That's a little bit bigger than the last one by an inch. My boater had been catching them on a spinnerbait and it just died on him. I was throwing a June bug, like a 4-inch yumdinger on a shaky head, and just throwing it out in the middle, and I started whacking them. I had five in the boat before he had 1, and next thing you know, we're fishing shaky heads. There's a bite.
That one?
Yeah, little guy. Let him chew on it a little bit. Little rat. I love a shaky head. I'll be throwing it a bunch tomorrow.
I throw mine on a bait caster. I probably should
I do too.
throw it on a spinning reel.
I started throwing it on a bait caster. If I'm throwing like an 1/8 ounce one, I'll throw it on a spinning rod, but most of the time I'm throwing it on a bait caster.
I'm really disappointed in these fish here. I mean, they missed a great opportunity to eat.
I know, free meal. That's a good one. That's a good one. There you go.
Oh, finally.
Sucker is stout, man.
Yeah, they're thick.
Golly.
They're so thick.
Short and fat.
He ain't even a keeper.
No, but God, he's like 2.5 pounds. He smashed it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Here's something that's kind of interesting. When we had Drew Gill on, the live stream was debunking fishing myths. So myths that we always thought were true. Right. Are we able to debunk some of those based on what we're seeing? Okay. Well, his point on how the fish follow creek channels, because before the lake or the river was impounded, those fish followed the creek channels because that's what they lived in. Yeah. You know, they followed the river channel, and they still follow it today. I never thought about that like that. You know, everything's speculation, but it makes sense. I just had a little 4-inch bass come up and pop it off the side of that log. He was about the same size as the bait. This is the kind of day where they do it all day with the overcast conditions, and there's been a little bit of a shad spawn back home. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's part of it, you know. You get 2 boaters like I had the last 2 tournaments, and you catch 5. But fishing like a guy that's fishing bluffs was even worse. Yeah.
But I think when you're practicing and you're really trying to, you know, figure something out, you've got to fish. You got to pick it apart to see if there's fish there, you know.
Yeah.
There's some fish here.
There's some fish here. Is a better one?
No, it's not. No, never mind.
Heck yeah. We'll see you catch them. I'm getting hot now. Just watching you catch all those fish got me hot. That's a big ass fish, whatever that is, creeping along the bottom. There's something creeping along the bottom right there. Oops, sorry.
You're all right. So you come off. Oh, there he goes.
He's looking at it.
Come on. Oh, so heartbreaking. You pointed him out.
They've got that red diamond. It's a 7'2" swim jig rod, and I throw a chatterbait on it a lot too. Yeah. And you will miss fish on it because it's so sensitive. There's no delay. It's like instant, and you'll pull it out of their mouth. So you gotta force yourself not to set the hook for a little bit. All right, folks. Midday report. Catching some fish. Had a couple keepers. We're catching some small fish. There's a lot of like 8 to 10 inch fish swimming around in the system right now. Last year's spawn, so that's good to see. It's good to know there's a healthy recruitment of fish that for generations to come. Future 5-pounders. So we're just kind of bouncing around. We're trying some of these pockets, checking some of these bushes, lead-in banks, and just kind of doing some sampling. We're getting ready to head over to the big lake here before too long and sniff around out there. What water temperature you got up there, Michael?
74 degrees.
74 degrees. Wow. Yep, 74 degrees, folks. Conditions as far as the water clarity, it's, I don't know, like 2.5, 3 foot in most places. We haven't seen any like chocolate milk, and we are coming off a little bit of a rain, but I'm sure if you got in the back of some of these places that have like a culvert or a little ditch or something running, you can find a little bit more stained water. But from what I've been seeing, it's a nice, pretty stain. It's not enough to scare you away, but it's not so clear that you need to be fishing out in 15 foot of water. So we're just bouncing around. There's a lot of cover in the water. The lake's at 359, and they're pulling some current. I'm not exactly sure how much current's going through the system, but out there on the main river, you can definitely, if you get off the trolling motor, your boat starts kind of drifting backwards. So they are definitely pulling the current. The current breaks might be a player tomorrow for people that know where the prime current breaks are at. It's fun. We just had a little conversation about that. That's it, man. That's all I got for you. I'm gonna put this camera down and get back to casting. No rain. We were running and we saw some rain off in the distance, so we kind of shut down. But it's just overcast and not a lot of wind. It's kind of humid. I'm getting ready to shed a layer because I'm getting hot.
it even a fish? I don't think it's a fish.
It's a three pounder, 3 pounder. Look good. You're good on camera, man. I look perfect. That's a fish. Little guy. Yeah. Popped it off that rock. My line went slack. It just stayed slack. Hey, small jaw.
Yeah, there's a bunch over here.
Stupid tubes tracks again. Y'all doing any good?
About a half a dozen,
Okay.
but not very big.
Yeah, we're catching a bunch of small stuff too. Yeah, I don't think he has live scope.
Huh? I did. Top of the mouth. You didn't want this one anyway. He's little.
Nice. Good work. Good work, brother. Just stretching. Stretching my ribs. These 8 inches are kicking my butt. I'm gonna be sore from setting the hook on 8 inches. That's a little one. I just got all of them. Hey, look at there. Small jaw. Told you I got a bite back there. Ooh, yeah, better. Not big, but not 8 inches. No, I thought he was bigger than that. The way he jumped.
He's not real big. Feisty. Just feisty.
A little smallmouth on these points.
Yeah, there's a big rock pile there.
Small jaw.
Almost a keeper.
Almost. Spitting up shad too. It's gonna poop right on your head.
Yeah.
Pretty strong bird to be able to pick up all those big tree limbs like that. Hey, about time I caught one of them. Now look at the difference in the color.
See, that's a
that
saw
one.
guy.
Saw guy? Because I got him in the eye.
I think so.
Well, that's the ones I was catching last time. They were way bigger than this, but they were like a flathead kind of. That's one of them. The bait never touched the bottom. It just started swimming sideways. That's keeper.
Yeah. About 4 of them up there, about the same size.
Dang live scopers.
I know, man. We're terrible. How we get?
That's a decent fish. Oh, don't do that in tournament. You had a net on it.
Yeah.
Is that good luck when you do that?
Yep.
Rumor has it if you blow down the mouth of a shrugger, get 3 years of good luck. Those biologists, they shock it every spring over there.
Yeah.
And they'll let a guy go down the bank. One of the local guys that's friends with the agent. They'll let him go down the bank, spend an hour going down the bank, flipping. He might catch 1 or 2 fish. Then they'll go down there and there's one. They'll go down the bank behind them shocking, and they'll shock up like 5s and 6s. They just sat there while he thought that fisherman went by and go. It's been a little bit of a dink fest, but we're getting our lines tight. Don't want to sore them out the big ones. Not today. Like this rod here. When you get that in, just drag this thing real quick. It's just a stupid tube, so it ain't like it's got tungsten or nothing on it.
Yeah.
This is a purchase rod. They're 7 foot. Game changer.
Dude, that's light.
Oh, they're badass rods. Just pull on it a little bit. That's a stupid tube.
pretty sensitive.
Oh man, I ain't never felt nothing like that.
It makes you set the hook with nothing there all the time. I'm like, is that a bite? I can't tell. Wait till you get it. If you get a bite on it, it's like, it's like,
Really?
Yeah, it'd make you look stupid. You'll set the hook all weird.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's the red diamond series. That's their top of the line one. And they have a blue diamond. It's still very, very sensitive. It's not quite as sensitive as that, but it's pretty damn sensitive.
How do you feel all that through a tube?
Wait till you put a freaking tungsten weight on there. It's like sensory overload.
Since they got bought out, will they change?
No, he's gonna keep that.
Oh, missed it.
You right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you can feel something out. Their spinning rod is very sensitive too, especially like a Ned rig or something. No, they're gonna keep the Virtus line for a while. You're probably hitting rocks. It just feels like a bite. You think it's a bite? Uh-huh.
Oh, little bastards.
Back in that time, huh?
Oh my God.
Came off.
Broke me off.
Dang.
That was a good one, dude.
Look like it.
Put there on it. Perfect. Perfect cast.
Look at that. It's like I knew what I was doing.
Right on their heads.
Come on, fishy. Good one?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Look at all them bass. They're all suspended.
Good one. There you go. Nice. How do they get your tail every time?
Because it's a Contact.
Golly.
It's the softest bait
Good solid
ever.
fish, man.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. Good work. There's a bunch of them out there?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Oh, they're on it. They're all keepers. They're small keepers.
All right, I'm not going to catch no more. If I get 5 of those tomorrow, I'll be happy, and then we can go try to catch some more.
I want to catch one.
We'll catch one, big dog.
I got the right stuff on.
Here.
Hand me your, yeah, let me see your pole. I want to do an outro. I just want to catch one, do an outro, and we're done. See, you're a good boater, man. Give me your stuff and everything. We can find them again.
And it's like, I don't know, maybe 10 of them or so in one little group. It looks like a, anyway, you wouldn't even think it was bass if you just looked at it real quick, but it is. I've caught a couple out of them.
The white bass.
Pressure's on.
Pressure's on, man.
Pressure's on, buddy.
Trying to close out the deal. Oh, there they are. They just come off the bottom, you know.
Look at them chasing. Get him. Did you not just have a bite?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I know. It's fast. White bass. Oh, that's a good one. That's a closer. Got him. Right, there we go, folks. Close it out on that. Hey, we had fun today. We caught plenty of fish, a lot of small fish, but right here in the last minute or so, well, last 15, 20 minutes, we found a little group of nice quality keepers out here. And thanks to Michael for having sympathy for me. He gave me his little minnow rig. But that was fun, man. That was fun. Hey, give me a thumbs up if you appreciate the content. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Tournament video coming next. Until next time. Yeah, that's a nice one. I knew I could catch one if I just kept trying. Boys and girls, you just got to keep trying.